you will wonder why the Chinese community, Chinese association has been silent for such a long time. But in the past few months, we have few of us have a dialogue with the Indian organization NIAC, and have a dialogue with the Malay writer groups. That because we really very few of us have read the book, so we need to do a big research and study the content of the book.
We also hold that the novel selection is linked to an agenda to reinforce the idea that Chinese and Indians are immigrants here. It negatively stereotypes the three main racial groups.
The Chinese, the Indians and the Malays are together for common goal from day one. So today's press conference further proves that. You see, NIAC from day one has always reiterated that this book has failed even the basic guidelines of the own ministry. So when a book fails your own guidelines, why do you have it in schools? It degrades all races, it degrades all religion, including Muhyiddin Yassin's own religion. So why do you keep it? Drop it now. Okay? And you see, we have not agreed for any pindaan. Okay? We always reiterated from day one, nothing of a literature can be amended. Yeah? This is what reiterated by Perkasa, by Kapena, by Pena, by NIAC, by everybody. Okay? If MIC agrees for pindaan, I say MIC doesn't represent the Indians. You see, it's very clear, I can say that loudly today with my friends here, NIAC represents more Indians than MIC. You can put that in writing.
我代表校友联总，坚持反对教育部使用连环扣作为中五课本的决定，因为书中的内容无助国民团结，反而加剧种族之间的冲突。这本书又传达错误的观念。另外，书中的形容词，我担心将成为学生日后互相攻击的新名词，如华人即印度人是外来者，印度人是贱民，马来女子不忠，马来人土权等课。OK， 谢谢。
It's undermining a community, not only our community, the Chinese and Indian community. And Muhyiddin, why he is so racial? He need to, dia ada tanggungjawab. Sebagai Menteri Pendidikan dia ada tanggungjawab. Dia tak boleh lari daripada itu. Sebagai Timbalan Perdana Menteri dia ada tanggungjawab. Apa sudah jadi pada tanggungjawab dia? He is a country's Deputy Prime Minister, Education Minister. Bukan orang UMNO. He cannot practice ketuanan UMNO dalam cara ini. They are Form 5 students. We are going to move aggressively. We are going to call all the students, all the parents, secondary schools to tell them this is what Muhyiddin is doing. And what is Najib doing all this while as the Prime Minister? He got a role to play. We already wasted last 3 months handling these issues in more democratic, more peaceful way. But the ruling government is not listening. So we have to tell them it is not an earthquake, it's a tsunami. After that the nuclear disaster will come. They need to know that.
When I got the book, the original version, I went to book 4 because that's where the unity factor was supposed to be in. And there was one particular important element which I think a lot of people don't realize is Ching Huat disowned his 2 children. But in the book, Abdullah Hussein made it in such a way that the 2 children became closer to the Malays, and therefore that's where the unity lies. Now, is that the ultimate sacrifice that a family has to make? That a family break up to replace national unity? Is that what the education minister wants? That you want national integration, you want unity, but the family structure breaks up.
Such controversy is not to the liking, to the benefit of anyone who loves this country. I don't think whether you are Indian, Chinese or Malay, nobody will like this. You will really care for a country. But it is actually very sensitive. It will add on to the strain of the racial relations. We hope the ministry can take note of the response by the 40 over NGO here, and I think we represent the vast majority of the other NGO group as well, that we shouldn't keep this book as the textbook, and we should look at something else. But in the long run, we should establish a very transparent panel or mechanism of choosing textbook.
The students are reading the book and taking it word by word, and they are going into their mind. And I've heard in some schools the teachers are just telling, you just memorize the book and answer the exams. You don't have to think further. So the core is, it's all going into their mind, but what is the consequences? I have an Indian friend, I have a Chinese friend, and they say, oh, your generation, your father used to be from the pariah caste, the P caste, or Chinese used to sell their children. So all these are in their mind. So the only solution right now is to withdraw the book.
Bahawa buku ini bukan saja bertentangan dengan adat budaya orang Melayu, India, Cina, malahan bertentangan dengan agama. So what else you want?
Timbalan Perdana Menteri dan Menteri Pelajaran apabila berucap di Parlimen, dia katakan yang mereka yang tentang buku ini hanya menentang perkataan P saja. Satu lagi dia katakan tiada tentangan dari masyarakat Cina dan masyarakat Melayu. Saya tidak ingin katakan kaum lain, tetapi memang ada tentangan dari masyarakat Cina.
The Indian NGOs have made their stand, the Chinese NGOs are making their stand. I think there is a silent majority from the Malay NGOs as well. But now the very immediate action has to be taken from the parents. The parents have the right to decide what are the materials and what are the kind of education being thrown to their children, and they have to make a stand as well. So I'm also part of NIAT. We are making a call to the parents to very honorably return the book on behalf of the children to the schools, as there has not been any circulars which has been circulated to the school to say that the school can resume the usage of the book yet. So since it's not officially used, it can be written back to the school. And as a precedent, the SMK Kuala Kubu Baru, which had a controversy of the students being held in the police lockup recently, has decided to accept the book from the children whoever want to return. So if one school in the ministry's jurisdiction can accept the book, I believe all the other schools can do as well. So that has set a precedent, and we hope all the parents will support this cause for the betterment of nation building and also unity among the races. Thank you.